What's going on, everybody? My name is George and welcome to 69 Baja Outdoors. This week we are still continuing on with our +6 ball joint beam. Now last week I had to go to the VW store, Valley VW. I'm not really sure what the technical name is, but in Drums, Pennsylvania. I don't know if y'all saw the video, but I had a great time visiting Misty, Dennis, and Kayla and Frankie. I got these wonderful cards, this one from Kayla, and I got another one from Frankie, and they added lifesavers on there, which I haven't eaten yet, but I'm sure I will. But anyway, I greatly appreciate the hospitality that they show me. I mean, they're friends. It's not even a sale anymore. It's just, helping out. So Kayla and Frankie upsold me on a couple of pre-filters. Well, that was kind of cool. But I had to go up there and I picked up a set of clearance ball joints. And so in that process of going to install the ball joints, I did pick up a set of front trailing arms to use on this ball joint beam. Now, I spent most of the day yesterday fighting my sandblaster. I changed coal slag. I went to a medium grit, and it was just, my sandblaster couldn't keep up. So I picked up a desiccant dryer and a filter. We're gonna install that, and we're gonna get going on this. So now that we have the trailing arms cleaned, we need to remove the ball joints. Now, I did try to press these out. I only have a 12-ton press, and it's pretty hairy in a 12-ton press popping these out. Installing new ones with a 12-ton, totally, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't scare me. Removing them, it's pretty hairy, man, because when they pop out, it sounds like the press has just exploded, and I jump like a little kid every time. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the top of this off, and at that point, we're going to flip it over. We're going to knock the ball out, and then we're going to cut it with a Sawzall just ever so slightly, and then we'll be able to hit it out with a punch. So now that we have that top off inside there, I don't think all of them have it, but there's the spring. And we're going to try and tap on this ball, see if we can't knock it up. I may have to take it out of the vise, I think. Well, I wanted to show you guys, but and be careful not to nick the trailing arm. So now we're going to put this back in the vise, like so. And we're going to take a Sawzall and we're going to cut this. Had to swap out batteries. This battery's too fat. It's touching the table, so I can't get a good angle on it. And sometimes it doesn't go as planned. I think we're good. And one of the things you want to make sure you do, you have it in the vise tight, because it's going to move. So, and if you really want to see exactly how to do this, I suggest that you go to Slades Beetle, and he's got a really great video on exactly how to do this. And yeah, so there's that. Ooh, look at that. There she goes. Boom. So I didn't actually want to create a ball joint video. There's too many of them out there and I suck at it. So there's that. But I did get it done. We got them pressed in. So I have installed my trailing arms into the ball joint beam. We've mounted our spindle. Now these are just snug. They're not. I've added my plate. I've mounted the shock, and it's given me, I mean, exactly where I thought it was going to be. I don't know if you can see that, but that mark right there is, believe it or not, well, from your angle, it probably looks pretty far off, but it's a 1/2 inch or probably 3/8 from center. So I do want it compressed a little. This is totally bottomed out on these. I did, maybe not. Maybe they're not. I think they are. But I did have to pound them with a rubber mallet to kind of get them where they are. I'm really impressed with these ball joints. I mean, they're tight, man. They're tight, which they should be tight. Maybe a little too tight. But regardless, this is my plate. I've got it clamped in place. And this is my 3/8 plate where my shock rung is going to go, and I can't get to it because everything's in the way. But, so this is full bottom, full raise. I don't know exactly where that's going to be yet. But what I need right now is the bottom measurement to get my shock tower measurement. And right where I have it right now is exactly where it's going to be. I am going to trim it a little bit, and we're going to gusset it on the backside as well. Also, I'm installing a hook and rod system on here. And these are going to end up going somewhere in that vicinity, roughly, give or take, depending on where they cross over at. I mean, they do cross there, but I still have a little calculation to do. I was not prepared to do that on video, so, but anyway, these are going to get welded on there. Rod's going to come through. Backside of the rod's going to have a gusset in between the two torsion tubes. So, but that's it. So I went ahead and I set this up in the jig. I had it in the vise to show you guys what the end result would look like. But I want to utilize the whole plate. So I need to notch this to drop it down 1 inch. And we're going to gain 1 inch up here. Well, this is it. Granted, it's just the start, but it is 3/8 plate. and it'll work great. So this is going to be it in mock-up version. Obviously everything is still loose, but that's pretty much how it's going to sit at full drop. I still need to add the hook and rod system, which we get to later after all this is tacked together. I still have a long way to go, but I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out so far. And that's going to do it for this week's video. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I will put links to Slades VW Beetle and the VW store. I will put links to those in the description. When you get a chance, check them out. And until next time, y'all be good to one another, and we'll catch y'all on the flip side.